Hello there. Happy Sunday crafternoon, everybody. Usually I get on here a couple minutes early. Today I think I'm a minute late. As you find me in your newsfeed, go ahead and say hello. Let me know where you're viewing from. My name is Dawn Bourgette, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who loves everything, stamps, inks, paper, all the bling, all the pretty things, right? Let me make sure I'm where I need to be and that my volume is turned down. We don't need to hear two of me, that's for sure. So today's a fun day. We're going to be using some new product that will be available on July the 4th. Today is June the 29th. So we have what? Excuse me, 4 or 5 days until these new products are available. I can't wait. There's some really fun things, you guys. And I know I keep saying this over and over and over like a broken record, but there's a lot of really cool stuff online that if you're refusing to go online, you're missing out on a lot of products that are available. And honestly, I believe that a lot of the products that are coming out are even better than the products that are in the catalog, and that's hard to do. But we have fall and Christmas, Halloween, which is one of my favorites, that are all coming up here on July the 4th, which I love because that gives us time to create all these things ahead of time, right? You know, we might have a down day here or there where it rains, and what else are you going to do, right? You're going to sit in the house, you might as well craft. So I'm trying to find myself on Facebook. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm really having a hard time loading my business page on my laptop. I have no idea why. Anyway, we'll get there eventually. I hope I am where I need to be. I think I am. So once again, welcome. If you haven't already, please join my newsletter. It comes right to your e-box. And go ahead and just open up the camera on your smartphone, point it to the QR code, and then tap on it with your finger. It automatically reads the address. It'll take you right where you need to go ahead and sign up for that. Also, if you see anything that you love, of course, there are some products that will not be available until July 4th. But hey, Lori, happy Sunday crafternoon. It's good to see you. Anyway, jot those numbers down. I'm going to give you a couple of item numbers for things that are not available now, but will be on July the 4th. So, cute things, like I said. I know I keep saying cute stuff. All right. A couple of other things just to talk to you guys about. As you do, make your wish list. Just remember, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and do this first, that we have the bundle of the month. We have just today and tomorrow until we change it over to July. If you love the Notes and Totes bundle that is available in our annual catalog, trust me, you're going to want this, this tutorial. It's free of charge with any $75 or more order before shipping and tax. And I email it directly to your inbox. Hi, Kristen. Happy Sunday crafternoon. This was my card that I made for the Notes and Totes bundle, but there are 16 total ideas with color photos, all the measurements, and a video for each one. It's pretty cool. And every month we feature a different bundle. So this month it's been Notes and Totes. It will change on July the 1st. And I'm trying to think now what it is in July. I worked on it so long ago. Let me take a peek. Let's see. Shoot. How could I forget? Well, it's a surprise. I'll tell you on July 1st. I have August and September done already, but I don't want to tell you those yet. Those need to be a surprise. So anyway, I can't believe I forgot. Yeah, that's how far ahead I work, but I work 3 months ahead. Isn't that crazy? But anyway, Notes and Totes available until the end of the day tomorrow. Then we kick until July. That's just crazy to me. It boggles my mind. As far as things that are coming up here at the chalet and locally, that if you are local and want to participate in, oh wait, see, I'm all off track now. I got myself out of whack. We have creative card class coming on Thursday, July the 10th. And then we also have Starbucks that I've moved a week later on Friday, July the 11th, due to the 4th of July holiday. And then we have the Turtley Cute, Turtley Awesome class. It's a product inclusive class that includes the Turtley Cute Designer Series paper, the shades of green hexagons, and the shaded spruce and the seafoam green, the two-tone ribbon. That class is $44, and I have 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, or 6:30 available. Just make sure you let me know no later and sign up and prepay by Thursday, July the 10th, as I have to order those products and all that fun stuff. You guys know. Also, into August, if you want to jot it down, the first Friday, once again, we're back on track for Starbucks after the holiday. Starbucks on Friday, August the 1st, noon until 2. It's always noon to 2. It's a free craft, so just come on over, say hi, visit, make some friends, bring a friend, make a free craft. And then as we get into August, we'll have creative card class and the boho vibes product-based class. So again, you'll get product. You'll get the DSP, the ribbon, the embellishment, right? Okay. I won't get into that too much because, that seems so far away, right? We got to get through July 1st. Of course, if you want to find me other places online, I have the community group on Facebook. Go ahead and join us over there at Dawn's Creative Chalet Community. Of course, I have YouTube, so you can always watch the replay of today, either on my blog or for a month on Facebook. Otherwise, after a month, they go zap, and it goes away. So I also load it onto YouTube, so it's evergreen over there as well. So my YouTube channel is Dawn's Creative Chalet. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Please tell your crafty friends. I'm really trying hard to get to 1K subscribers. Say subscribers 10 times quickly. Anyway, I appreciate it. Thanks, you guys, for always supporting me. I appreciate you so much. And then, of course, my blog, which is Dawn's Creative Chalet. You'll find the replay there after we're done here. You'll also find the pictures of the projects, plus a couple extras that I did. You'll find those on my blog as well. And also, the recipe card. I don't want to forget about that. So after we're done here, I will put a link that you can click on to get what I call the recipe card. It just basically lists all the items that we use today, whether they're available immediately or they'll be available on July the 1st, July the 1st. And let's see, in my online store, right there. So yeah, and of course, if you have any questions, reach out to me and I can help you with that. Just a reminder as well, we have today and tomorrow yet of the buy one, get one 50% off on the sweets or anything that's included in a sweet. And so hurry up on that if you haven't done so already. I know some of the products are not available because it's been quite a hot sale, but you never know, you might find something that you need and can't do without. So if you're interested in that, go to my online store and check that out. And let's see. And Paper Pumpkin, of course. I decided to up the game on this July's kit. I'm going to get 2 of these. This just looks stinking cute. I really, really like this one. It's the July Paper Pumpkin kit called Sweeter With You. Isn't that adorable? So that's our teaser. And it looks like there's quite a few colors featured in the kit. They're doing that now as well. So yeah, I can't wait. So I went ahead, I decided to get 2 of these. Because I know if I don't, I'm going to regret it later. Because usually when the box is super, super cute, then so is the kit as well. Yeah. So anyway, sign up before the 10th of July to get July's kit. And then just a reminder, also on July the 1st, we have the new online exclusives, as I was just talking about, with the product that we're going to use today. This right here is a teaser. I love this suite or collection of product. It's called the Charming Day bundle and all the other goodies as far as the ribbon, the embellishment, the dies. It's really cool. And I know we have a lot of flowers, but this one, I don't know. I've loved playing with it and working with it. So anyway, this is something that you'll be able to get your hands on July the 1st. Unless you're a demonstrator, then you can get it now. If you want to order a couple days early, go ahead and purchase the starter kit with me. You can put these items in right now, because right now, demonstrators, we can always order a month early, which is a kind of a cool perk along with the discount. I don't know. I get FOMO, so I need things like right away. I don't want to miss out on anything. So speaking of the online exclusives, just to show you guys just really quick, these are the items that will be available starting July 1st. So this is all of them in one PDF. We have Perfectly Pears and all the goodies that go with that. The paper itself is so pretty. And then we get into the Spooky Sweet collection. And like I said, I am so about Halloween. We have some specialty paper, and there's a whole bunch of punch outs in this paper. I may do something next week with this. I don't know yet. We'll see. I've been dying to do a Facebook Live on this, but I'm thinking, oh, Halloween, I'm really pushing it, right? But I don't know. It's kind of fun to play with like Christmas and Halloween in July. So anyway, that's a specialty pack, and I think this is going to be hotcakes. I think this is seriously going to go fast. When you see all the little doodads that you can just punch out and not have to color, like that is right up my alley. Easy crafting all the way. Like, I'm all for it. And then we have the little spooky guys, the dies that go with it. These cute little treat bags. They're cellophane, but they're kind of iridescent-ish. And then this beautiful, I believe this, yeah, petunia pop ribbon. And these cute, oh, I tell you, it's adorable. So cute. And then we have some other bundles available as well. We have the Holly Jolly bundle, which is Christmas, obviously. And then we get into another bundle that's Christmas-like, a little cheer bundle, and it has 3 little mini punches with it. Now the punches weren't available to us yet. So that is something that's on my radar on July 1st. And I always say, you guys, if you're eyeing something like dies or punches, get them immediately, because once they go in back order, it's not so easy to get them back right away. So if you're one of those people that want it now, I always say shop early. The early bird gets the worm, right? And then we have the bauble, which is really cute. It's very Christmassy. More Halloween. So all of these are just bundles. This is reminding me of going to the office supply store. This is called Just a Note bundle. Check out those cute dies. Oh my goodness. I haven't had the time to play enough, but I want to mess around with that one, because I'm one of those people that when I was younger, I loved to go to the office supply store every time. Like, I just love it. Also in the fall, we have the Label Me Grateful. And what we're going to play with today is the Tractor and Company. I just fell in love with this bundle. There's a lot of fun little dies that go with it, and we'll get into that today. And then as you get into I believe this is the last page here. Yeah. The Artistic Leaves, which is beautiful. We have this cute little jar. So we have another, whoops, I hope you guys can see that. In fact, I should let me do something here really quick. One moment. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I can see what you guys are seeing. I want to make sure I'm not like talking and you can't see a thing I'm doing. The Jar of Joy. So this goes, if you have the jar builder punch, mason jar builder punch, or whatever it's called, it coordinates with this. So now we have 2 sets right now that go with that punch. So yeah, that's just, I had to get that, right? Jumped in my cart. Let's see here. What else? We have a little bit of we have Mazel Tov, that stamp set. A long time no see. This is kind of a cute set, especially the little dash hound. He's adorable. One of my downline has a dash hound, so she was all about that. I was like, that's a perfect set for you. We have a fun set that's a little snarky, but cute and punny. The Not 29 Anymore stamp set, which is kind of nice because usually we just have, you know, the basic sentiments for birthdays. This is going to be something that if you're needing or wanting something a little different and kind of funny, that'll be the stamp set you want to get. Here's another stamp set that has a little bit of everything for fall, Halloween, and holidays. And, you know, this one right here, I don't know. The more I look at it, I'm tempted to get it. And I kept saying, no, I'm not going to get it. The prairie grass, it has some beautiful sentiments in it. And I think that's why I'm attracted to it more than I am the grass. I call it beach grass because we have a lot of that along our lakeshore here on the north and west side of Michigan. We are right along the Lake Michigan coastline, so we have a lot of beach grass. That's what it reminds me of, even though they call it prairie grass. Also rustic centerpiece. This is kind of a cute stamp set. And then we have this funky stuff, this tweed designer series paper. It reminds me of like the couch back in 1974 or something. It's kind of crazy, but kind of cool. And then we have the sunflower 3D embellishment, 3D embossing, not embellishing, embossing folder. It's gorgeous, and I can't wait to play with that, and I haven't had time. And then just a reminder, once again, as far as I know, when I checked earlier this morning, this was still available. It's the virtual album retreat. If you do purchase this big kit of stuff, you're going to be invited to the actual event free of charge. And it's July 16th, 17th, 18th. It's not pre-recorded, but it will be recorded. So if you are going on vacation or have family visiting or yada, yada, all those things, don't fret because you can still be a part of this. And as far as I know, this will be available like forever once it's recorded, and you can just have access to it over and over and over again. And just teasing you with the layouts here, which are they're gorgeous. And we're going to learn everything about flip flaps and interactive pages so that when you put your pages into page protectors, you can still play with the flip flaps and the interactive features of, not card layouts, scrapbook layouts. So I'm going to be a part of that. I'm super excited about that. Now I talked to you guys about the recipe card. So this is the part of it. I didn't print the entire thing out because I don't need it. But just to show you guys, this is the recipe card that I do every single week with every Facebook Live. And it gives you some helpful links. I also put the item numbers to some things that will not be available until July the 1st. But that way, at least you have item numbers to go by. And then as you print it, there are little thumbnail pictures of all the items that we're using today. And also, the other thing I wanted to show you before I show you the bundle, I used a little bit of this paper on our fun fold for today. So yes, we do have a fun fold today. It's super, super easy before I dive anything any more difficult than easy. So this is the Painterly Pears 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. And if you're wanting that item number right now, it is 166146. It'll be $12.50. And again, this will be available on July the 1st. This whole sweet collection, like I said, is gorgeous. I'm using this pattern today. And what other one am I using today? Oh, this one. I meant for it to show the pears, but it doesn't actually show the pears. But you'll see what I mean once we get to it. The cards today are super easy. There was just a lot of die cutting. So yeah, so this is beautiful, brand new, available July 1st. Okay, so what are we doing? Let's get the bundle out to show you guys. Sorry, I dropped a couple things. I didn't want to step on them, so I thought I better grab them. Okay, so the bundle. Tractor and Company. So this is the item number. In case you want to jot it down, again, this will be available on July the 1st. It's $53. Very cute. Let's get you a close-up of the stamp set. Adorable, right? And there were some dies that until I played with it, they didn't make any sense to me. But Kristen helped, and then it made sense. It is a photopolymer stamp set, which is pretty cool. So you can see where you're stamping if you decide you just want to stamp and not always use the die cuts to layer and play and all that good stuff. So that's the stamp set. And then we have the dies. Whoa. Look at all the dies. So this is the hay barrel, I guess you call it. There's the rooster. Here are the pumpkins. This is part of the tractor that you'll see that I'll use on the top, like the engine and the steering wheel. This is for the wheels. These are what I couldn't figure out what they were. They're the wheel rims. But you know what they look like to me? They look to me like noodles, like macaroni, don't they? Now, wouldn't it be cute if you had, well, I like macaroni and cheese, but whether you're doing maybe a recipe card for somebody with a homemade macaroni and cheese recipe, or you're doing a scrapbook page of a little who's diving into the macaroni and cheese, because they all eat macaroni and cheese, right? You could cut these out and make them into noodles. I don't know why. They just look like noodles to me. Anyway, so those are the wheel rims. We have the cute little party banner, trees that you can cut individually, or the 3 Christmas trees and this stamp right here, if you want to cut them out as one. This funny looking thing is going to be the cab of the tractor. This cuts out the corn and the little peekaboos of the corn itself. So they do cut out separate, this from this. And what else? Oh, this is the main tractor itself. This is the seat for the tractor. Here's the wheels and a larger rim for the larger wheel. This is for the, I want to call it a wagon, whatever this is. The thing that the tractor pulls, the wagon. That's what I'm going to call it. So anyway, I just think it's a really cool bundle as we get into fall and into the holidays as well, even Halloween. And this cute little rooster, I have a new love for roosters. I have a neighbor next door who's got a gazillion little chickens and roosters, and they're always popping over to say hello. So I had to have the rooster. But anyway, it's super cute. So we're going to do some fun things today, and maybe even a little non-traditional. You guys ready? Okay, so first of all, let me get my cheat sheet here. Here's the first one. I know, they don't make pink tractors. Like I said, untraditional, and it's art, right? So I just thought I needed something different. What am I going to do? And I was just art and farting around, and this is what I came up with for the first card. I wanted to make sure that some of this was still available, and it is. So the designer series paper and this balloon is from Wildflower Birthday, that designer series paper pack. It is still available. So I decided to use that because it needed something. And I just thought, oh, look at that balloon. That might be perfect. So I stuck it on there. Some people might think that this is really cheesy. That's okay. It's art, right? I would definitely own a pink tractor if they sold them, because that's just me. But, you know, who am I to say? So what I went ahead and decided to do, of course, is to cut out all these little bits and pieces. So, you know, I didn't have you guys here all day. I love hanging with you, but I'm sure you have other things to do as well. But anyway, first of all, I'm starting out with the card base, which is pretty in pink, cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then I have a piece of basic white, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. This is going to be the liner inside my card, and I was looking for my glue, which is right in front of me. Happens every time. So I'm going to go ahead and use a bit of my multi-purpose liquid glue. and stick that into place. And then I have the piece of the Wildflower Birthday Designer Series paper. This is the back side of it, which is also very pretty. Isn't that gorgeous with the gold? But I did cut this and I want to use this side, make it a little more subtle. This is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 to cover the entire front of the card base. So I'm going to go ahead and glue around the edge. Like so. And then I'm going to prop up my card, line it up, and then go ahead and press. Perfect. And then I have another piece of Pretty in Pink and White. So the Pretty in Pink is 3 1/8 by 4 7/8, and the basic white is 3 by 4 3/4. We're going to go ahead and put these together. I wanted the border to be a little skinnier, or just not as much peeking out there. And I think what I'll do, we're going to set these aside. We're going to put the tractor together. And I'm looking for this, my silicone craft sheet, because we're going to use a lot of glue. And otherwise, I will have a hot, sticky mess on my my glass studio thingamabobby. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put this inside the card. So I cut this at 4 by 1/2 inch. 4 by 1/2 inch. I had to think about that. We're going to put this inside the card before I lose it. Just an extra little touch. Oh, and I actually lied. I cut this at 4 1/4. Oopsie. Usually I chop it off at 4 so it's flush with the piece of white, but it doesn't matter, right? It's a card. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put the tractor together. So this is a bubble bath, and I've also used Pretty in Pink. You can tell there's just a little bit of a difference between the two colors. This has more of I don't know what you want to call it, more of a blue base to it. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to put it together. So we've cut this little seat. Looks like a little tiny L. And this is the seat for the tractor here. We're going to put there. And then, did I cut out? I hope I did. My gosh, look at all these little cute pieces. Okay, here is... Oh, I didn't punch out those little doohickeys. This is the engine. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to put it together. Like, it doesn't bother me that much. It'll be solid. But there's actually little vents here. That's okay. It's all good. And, whoops. Get on there, little guy. The nice thing about our multi-purpose glue is it does give you a couple seconds to shimmy things around. So you get them in place. So there's the engine and the steering wheel. And then we have the cab here. This is the cab. I'll stick that on once we put it onto the card, I think. And then I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here. On the top, I'm going to say the top of the noodle. It's not a noodle, it's a wheelbase. Or the, oh my gosh, the rim, you know, the thing. Goodness sakes. Anyway, we're going to put that there. So I'm putting the glue just on the top of it. You watch, you guys. I'm going to continue to call this the piece of macaroni. At least you know what I'm talking about, right? Unless you jump in the middle of this and I start calling it a piece of macaroni and you're like, what is she talking about? The wheel wells. And then we have the large wheel and the smaller wheel. And also, you know what? I think I might have misplaced. Oh, nope, it's in the bag yet. So I took our silver 12 by 12 paper, specialty paper, and then I cut out the inside. Hello, Celine. How are you? Happy Sunday craft afternoon. It's good to see you, my friend. So I cut out these, I don't know what you want to call these. The rims? No. I don't know. The middle of the wheel. You know what I mean. We're going to put those right inside there like so. And this one. Like so. And then we'll attach these to the tractor itself. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the top of the wheel well on the underside on both. Get that. I'm going to get that out of the way and work on one wheel tire at a time. There's one. And there's the other. Isn't that cool? I love it. This little tractor makes me so happy. Aw, thanks, Celine. You know, it's a little cuckoo crazy, but I wanted a feminine tractor. So, you know, it's art and we're just rocking it. Okay, and then I wanted to use this cute little banner because this is a birthday card. This is peach pie. So I wanted to deck out the tractor. You know, we got to have it all decked out. It's a birthday. And then bring back my other pieces here. And I'm going to put this entire thing on with dimensionals. Alrighty. You know, this kind of reminds me of something, especially with Celine here, because I know she does a really cool, huge event for breast cancer awareness and that type of thing. Wouldn't this be cool? Because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And of course, then you have your pink tractor. I love October for that, and because October is my birthday month. All right, there we go. And then this little guy, he's super thin. I probably should have used our adhesive sheets, but who thinks that far ahead, right? So itty bitty dabs of a multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm going to put it just behind the seat and right where the engine muffler sticks out, I guess. I don't ride tractors often, but I'm guessing. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this entire, oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, I want to stamp the sentiment with "It's Your Birthday," this one right here, and my hacked Memento Black ink pad. Gotta love a good hack, right? Okay, so it's your birthday. Make sure I ink that up well, and we're gonna stamp it off to the right side-ish, and there we go, perfection. And then I'm also going to use, along with this cute birthday balloon from the Wildflower Birthday DSP, the party dots. These, I believe, are still available as well. You were way more, I gotta see what Celine said. You're way more brave than I was. And what this do I have? I know I had to get this. This is so cute. It's adorbs. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put this on with dimensionals as I lose them and they're right in front of my face. I do that all the time. My crazy craft table, right? Okay. It's so good to see you, Celine. I hope that things are going well. I miss you. Okay, we're gonna attach this and kind of center it to the card. Oh my goodness. There we go. Put it on like so. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use some multi-purpose, oh my gosh, liquid glue. And like it's just being tugged along with the tractor. Oops, I might not have. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can squeeze it down underneath there. Oh, sugar biscuit. Okay, well, I got a solution. We're just going to cut that off because you really don't see it much anyway. It's all good. Okay, there we go. Problem solved. And then, of course, we got to add the extra pretty. And let's see here. We'll put one here and one there and one there. There we go. All right. That is card number 1. I'm sorry, I have to read this. I don't think it's showing you all the comments. You know, I'm wondering that too. Sometimes I can see comments on my phone because I use my phone to do my lives. And then other things I'm seeing on my laptop, which is to my right. But I'm one of those people, I get so into what I'm doing that I forget to look either one or the other or both. Whoops, I'm going to shift this a little bit too. Yeah, I tell you, Facebook is naughty. I'm going to blame it on Facebook because it's easier that way. Okay, the next card is this one. And I could not resist. This is actually on our website. So when it's available for customers on July 1st, you'll see this. And what I love is that Stampin' Up! Makes beautiful samples. They're getting better and better and better, I think, all the time. This is actually what sold me on the set because I was like, I don't know about that bundle. There's a lot of pieces in it. But here we go again, the macaroni. Like, especially in the yellow, right? I could see macaroni. Anyway, so I wanted to make this card. Now, the designer series paper that I'm using for this card is another pack of paper that actually is not going to be available until, I believe, our holiday mini catalog. It is from, oh my gosh, the Peaceful, oh lordy bee, we just had an event on this, demonstrators did, and we used the Peaceful something. I should know this. Anyway, thanks Celine. But anyway, it's a piece of that paper that you'll see upcoming in the holiday book. So yeah, we're really working ahead, right? But I needed something kind of, like dull skies. This is the way Michigan looks all winter long, basically. So I wanted it to look like that. I didn't want to have to use a blending brush or anything because I'm not super good at that. But anyway, so this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and my card base is basic white thick cardstock, which was cut at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. We're going to go ahead and layer these together. Also, you'll see a little extra cute embellishment on this, and it is also part of that same suite of product or collection of product that will be out in the holiday book. I'll show you a close-up of them. So cute. And I just thought they made the perfect snowflakes, just like they did online. So, like I said, I just had to recreate this card. It's gorgeous. This is the 12 by 12 Whisper White. And I'm going to go ahead and instead of tearing it, I'm going to use my snips, and we're just going to recreate drifting snow. Whoops. Just like that. And go ahead, and this was cut at, I believe, like 2 by 5 1/4. Now you could also rip it and give a totally different effect along the edge, which is also very cool. You could crinkle it and use maybe, I don't think the Whisper White would do as much, but sanding on our new 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock is really cool. Maybe like, I'm thinking of the color, smoky slate for like grungy, or as I call it, snert, snow and dirt. And do it that way to give an effect, or layer it with white would be kind of cool, and crinkle it and sand it. Yeah. Anyway, my mind just goes 100 different directions. Don't mind me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, and again, we're going to put this little tractor together. So we have the tractor body. This time we also have the trailer. I guess you want to call it, or the little, I don't know, little guy. And again, we're using our macaroni. I'm sorry, guys. This just looks like macaroni and cheese. I can't help myself. So I've cut the larger, for the larger wheel, and then we have several of the smaller. So we'll have one in the front here. And also what I did, by the way, the tractor is Daffodil Delight cardstock, and the macaroni, I keep wanting to call it like wheelbases, but that's not the term I'm looking for. I'm obviously not a farmer. Can you guys tell? Anyway, these little guys are in crushed curry. I know, snert, I know. I can't help myself. It's snert. In Michigan, it's snert because it's like beautiful for 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden it becomes this grungy snow, and it's snow and dirt, so it's snert. Like the wheel well. Thank you, Kristen. You've saved my life. I tell you, I don't know. I don't know why that will not sink into my brain. It's just anyway. If anything, you guys are getting a good laugh today, right? So the wheel wells, the macaroni, and I did use a hobie-jubie. In fact, they're here. A hobie-jubie, the sponge daubers. Yes, these right here. So I used crushed curry ink just to show you guys in case you've never done this before. In fact, I did not do this one, and there still is wet ink on this, and it's been inked over a week ago. So these little sponge daubers are fun. It's nice to add a little bit of ink. It gives it a little bit of dimension. And this is what I did on all the other wheel wells. Hey, Lisa. Happy Sunday crafternoon. It's good to see you. Anyway, I just thought it'd be fun, just like they did, I believe, on the web page, and they went ahead and inked it along the edge just a little bit. As you can see, it looks even more like macaroni or a wheel well. Oh my goodness sakes. But I just loved it. I thought it looked kind of cool with that little bit of ink around the edge of those. So again, we're going to go ahead and we are going to glue these by putting a little bit of glue on the top part of the wheel well, or macaroni if you want to call it that. Like I said, you guys, I could see a scrapbook page all about macaroni and cheese with these. Maybe I'm hungry. Maybe that's my deal. Okay, and I already glued those. And then we have, again, our larger wheel. And then I cut 3 of the smaller. And again, I used the silver to cut out the, I don't know, the wheel caps. We'll call it that. I'm, again, going to go ahead and glue those down. Because I'm doing so much of assemblage with you guys, we're only going to do 3 cards today. But I do have a couple of extras to show you that were already assembled. I actually cut out extras of this stuff. It must have been in case I lost it, because you know me, I'm always losing pieces, and so I like to cut out extras just in case. Okay, here we go. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys have been up to this weekend. Anything fun? Oh, I'm getting sticky wicky. Okay, so again, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue up above here. Space out my little wheels so we can stick them. Whoops, oh my gosh. I have glue on my fingers already. Oh, Lordy. Come on, little guy. Stick on there. Behave yourself. There we go. There we are. Isn't that cute? I love it. It makes me happy. And then we're going to go ahead and again glue the larger and the smaller wheel. Whoops, he's on a little crooked. That's okay. It's all right. There we go. Just like so. And again. A little bit of glue. I love having my silicone sheet around when I'm dealing with glue for sure. And the nice thing is, once it dries, you can just peel all this gunk right off and you're good to go. So here is what the die looks like when you do it properly and you punch out those little pieces. But this is the engine again and the steering wheel. And again, it probably would have been smart if I would have cut this out using adhesive sheets, but hey, sometimes I'm just a little lazy. And again, we have our seat. Oh, you know what I forgot to do on the, no, I did do it, never mind. I was saying on the last card, I forgot something, but I didn't. I think I got it all. Yeah, I did. Okay. I'm talking to myself, don't mind me. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring this back. See, it's all coming together. Isn't that adorable, you guys? Oh my gosh. Now, what I do want to do is, again, taking my sponge, whoops, I have sponge daubers going all over the place. My sponge dauber and my garden green ink. And we are, again, going to ink up some stuff. So I thought it'd be fun to do this with the trees as well. This particular tree is old olive cardstock. And again, I just thought it'd be fun so that these stand out a little bit. And then this tree was cut out of shaded spruce. And you could go ahead and do tone on tone. I just felt a little lazy. You guys know me. Easy peasy, please. And I'm using garden green on all 3 colors of trees that I cut out. And then this is garden green with the garden green ink. Just like so. Alrighty. Perfect. I'm going to need my real red ink and the right sentiment here. And I think before I go ahead and put my tractor in place, I want to make sure I have enough room for my sentiment. This says Season's Greetings. Hi, Karen. Happy Sunday crafternoon. How are you? I miss you. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, that is awesome. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and assemble this bad boy. I'm going to put the trees, whoop, there's an extra little bit there. I'm going to go ahead and put the trees in after we put the tractor where we want it. And I'm going to grab a new sheet of dimensionals. I love breaking in a new sheet. It makes me happy. It's those little things, you guys. All right. And then I think I'll do the same with the trailer, tractor trailer. Okay. And then what we'll do after we put the trailer down is put the trees into the trailer. And because I'm using dimensionals, it leaves that little gap to slide my trees wherever I want them. So let's see here, we'll put it like so. Isn't that cute? And oh, actually, it looks like I put these on with dimensionals. Okay, well, we'll do that. Why not? You guys know me in dimensionals. I'm like addicted to these things. Just like so. Whoops. Okay. It's so funny getting fingers on your hands and then trying to pick things up, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take, looks like my garden green trees right here. My old olive tree will tuck in the back. And then our shaded spruce tree right there. And before we call it good, we need some snowflakes on our card. Whoops. Grab these. This is also something that will be available in the holiday book. And this is the Hues of Blue Flowers. Now, who would think to use flowers on a Christmas card? But they look like snowflakes to me. So, you know, it's art. So that's what we're rolling with. So I need the white. We're going to use those. And finding my take your pick tool. Whoops. I'm going to go ahead and add, maybe, if it decides to stick to my finger. There we go. We're going to add the flowers that to me look like snowflakes. There we are. And there we are. Isn't this the most adorable thing? Whoops. Oh, he's sticking to me again. Come on, little guy. And we'll add one more big one, just 'cause. All right, so that is card number 2. Adorable, right? Oh my gosh, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, one more card. And this is what I use, that Painterly Pears Designer Series paper. Again, this DSP will be available on July the 1st. This is a very easy fun fold. This fun fold is called the Cut and Flip Fun Fold. Super easy. So basically what we're doing is we're cutting the card 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to cut off a piece that's 3 inches. I'll lay it out so you can get a better visual of it. I know I personally am very visual. So here's all my pieces. Now, you've seen the tractor put together several times. So with that being said, I put some of it together already because I figure you don't want to watch me assemble the tractor a 3rd time, but twice is kind of nice, right? So you get the gist of the dies and get a feel for it. All right, so our pieces here. So the base of the card is garden green. Again, I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11, scored it at 5 1/2, and then I laid it into my paper trimmer and I cut 3 inches off. So you have this silly little flap. The inside, I've cut a piece of basic white, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to place this inside the card, get it out of the way. And put it in there just like so. So here's the piece that I cut off the card. And we're going to end up using it as a flap going the opposite direction. Easy peasy, right? So this piece of designer paper, make sure I have my cheat sheet here. There is a piece of the Painterly Pears Designer Series paper. Isn't this gorgeous? And that side is really pretty as well. I love this stuff. It is so pretty. So this piece is cut at 2 1/4 by 4. And then we have this piece. So it's the opposite side of this guy right there. This piece is cut at 4 by 2 3/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and, oh, I need to fill my bottle again. It's getting low. All right, put the pears on so they're not upside down. That would help. I figured pears, farms, pear trees, I don't know. It kind of made sense to me. I know it was a good excuse to use some new designer series paper that will be out soon. Okay, and then I'm going to put this piece. It's so hard to put glue on designer series paper when you love both sides, isn't it? I really have a hard time with that. And there we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach this so that a little bit of the white, the inside of the card is going to peek through about maybe 1/4 to 1/2 inch-ish. Whatever you like. I say it's your card. Do your thing. So I only want to put a little bit of glue on this piece. Whoops. And place it right about there. And we have our tractor. I do have a piece that I did not assemble yet. This is the engine and the steering wheel. And just in case of a mishap, I'm going to use my silicone mat. Oh, there we go. So this is a John Deere tractor, right? It's green. I'm assuming so anyway. Isn't that what John Deere is? Green? Anyway, okay. Alrighty, Dawn. So go ahead. We're going to attach this with dimensionals. Now I'm really bummed because I'm trying to read the comments on my laptop. I don't like missing the comments. Thanks again, Celine. And oops, we're needing to peel all those off. I'm going to set that there, and then I'm going to stamp the sentiment. I didn't forget it, but this way I have enough room, and also, in fact, I didn't quite secure that yet, so I can move it. And I'm going to use Memento Black ink for my sentiment underneath the tractor, which is Thinking of You. And place that kind of in the center-ish. That looks pretty good. And I'm using the low profile sparkle dots. These will be available on July the 1st. And they're part of that sweet collection of the pears. So pretty. There's I don't know if you guys can see, but they are super sparkly. I love these. Anything sparkly, blingy is always a good thing, right? Okay, so I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to add some sparkly, workly things. Whoops. Get over here, like so. And let's see, those rules of 3 always stick in my head. All right, and this is our third and last card. So let's bring back the other cards here so you guys can go ahead and take a look at them. I don't know how many of you either have, if you're a demonstrator, have already purchased this. I know Celine said she has. Anybody else out there who has? Or if you're not, if this is on your radar on the 1st of July. Like I said, sometimes I'm a little intimidated by a set that has so many dies. But oh my gosh, it's just so stinking cute. And when I like the sets when Stampin' Up! Does a mix of holidays. So you have either just straight up fall, and don't go away, I have a couple more cards to show you. Or as you get into, as far as late fall and Halloween and into the holidays. I just think it's really cute. Or even just the Thinking of You in general. This would be a great, of course, there's flowers on it, but maybe change up the DSP to a different backing from even this pack of paper. And this could be a great guy card, right? I don't know. I think it's cool. Okay, so I have a couple more to show you. I was playing with it, like I said, to get warmed up to it with there being so many dies. This I came up with. It's a very simple card, but I had not used the hey, and I just kept thinking like hey you. And again, like I said, I love these little roosters. They make me really happy and they make me smile. So I wanted something like super simple, a card that just says, hey. So that was a card that I came up with. And then this designer paper is returning again, and it's in our annual catalog. And I think, oh my gosh, I should have written it down. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, and it has one of the themes, and it's Splendid Autumn, or something similar to that is the name of it. And I also wanted to use this sentiment because I had not had a chance to, just like the hay. I had not used that. These are all in the same stamp set. I'll show you again. Okay. So we have thinking of you. It's your birthday. Season's greetings. Thanks for pulling me through. And hey, so I got them all. But anyway, I seen the pumpkins in this paper, in the Splendid Autumn paper. And I thought to myself, you know, I wonder if I could incorporate the pumpkins with it, because I had not used the pumpkins or the hay yet. So that's what I came up with. Fun stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today. Kind of fun. I love playing with new products, and I get so giddy like a kid in a candy store with new stuff. Once again, just a reminder, if you decide to place an order in my online store, I have until the 30th of this month, which ends tomorrow night, the bundle of the month tutorial with the 16 projects, the video tutorial, and that is free with the $75 minimum. And then as we get into July, that's a surprise, and you'll see on July 1st what we have for the July bundle of the month and those 16 projects. But, oh, thanks, Kristen. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys being here today. Thank you. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, what's left of it. And I hope that you will join me next Sunday at 1 o'clock right here for Sunday Craft Afternoon with Dawn. Take care. Bye-bye.